Um, this is a very important election for many reasons, but particularly for Keith Ellison and to defeat Keith Ellison and Ilhan Omar. I'm going to tell you why. Yesterday, I went to the convention center and I attended the Muslim American Society conference. Keith Ellison was one of the panelists, and I simply wanted to hear what he had to say. I paid my money, I went in, and I sat down. I was just listening to the speaker, taking a few notes, when all of a sudden the security guard came up behind me and tapped me on the shoulder. And he said, "Ma'am, I'm very sorry, but we are going to have to ask you to leave." And I turned around and I said, "What? Why? I wasn't doing anything." He said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but the organizers don't want you here." Let that sink in. Yeah. I'm a Jewish woman. I'm attending a conference in the convention center, and all of a sudden I am asked to leave. So he could not give me a good reason. I asked him a little bit further why I wasn't doing anything, what happened. And then he said, "You are on a list of people that the organizers do not want to attend our events." Think about that. The Muslim American Society is a Muslim Brotherhood group. I am on their list of people that they do not want to attend their events. I think that's called Sharia. And I think that I have been the victim of Sharia in my own city. So I want you to really think carefully, particularly about Keith Ellison and Ilhan Omar, but particularly about Keith Ellison, what he stands for and what he's promoting. And it is not the United States Constitution, because this is a man who took his oath of office on the Quran. I'm not going to speak any further, except to let you know that I was kicked out of the event because I am not a Muslim, and I'm a Jewish woman, and I'm an infidel. And this is happening right here in Minnesota. So when you go and you talk to your friends and neighbors about the importance of this election, I want you to think about the list and who might be on it. I'm on it. Are you? Thank you. Hey everybody, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Just got home from the election party. So, really, Minnesota? You voted for Keith Ellison? Keith Ellison, a man who abused 2 women? Who's a bona fide Jew hater? Antifa lover? Open border guy? Cop killer lover? Lawbreaker? He should be running from the law, not running and now elected as our top law enforcement officer. I think there was voter fraud involved, because I cannot really fathom that the majority of people in Minnesota would vote for somebody like that. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the anti-Semitism, the sheer Jew hate that was so prevalent in Minnesota in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, maybe it didn't really go away. And now that we have all these Somalis here who are a Sharia adherent under Islam and who are commanded to kill the infidel, which is me, and Christians, if that's you, right? And they're here, and now they're in office. We have a Sharia-compliant Muslim Attorney General and Congresswoman. Do you even know what that means for our state? Do you even know what Sharia is? Because if you knew what I know, you would run the other way. You would not even let this person run for office. Sharia is a form of slavery, particularly for women. Rape is legal, permissible, child brides, FGM. Oh, and congratulations, Minnesota. You elected a woman to Congress who's just fine with cutting the clitoris off of young girls like deli meat with no anesthesia because Ilhan Omar voted against a bill that would make it a felony because she's okay with that. Congratulations, Minnesota. Congratulations, Minnesota, on electing 2 people who will vote against Israel at every turn, who hate Jews. Congratulations. Great job. Do you even know what this is going to do to your state? Have you any idea what you just voted for? Because if you knew what I knew, what I know, I would hope that you would not vote that way. We worked our butts off to make sure that he would not be our Attorney General. I cannot believe that people have been so brainwashed here, and particularly the members of the Jewish community, and particularly the rabbis and the Jewish leaders who welcomed Ilhan Omar and Keith Ellison with open arms into your congregation. They sat on the bima, on the pulpit, in the synagogue, in the sacred place. The people who pray every day to kill you. Great job. Good job. Wow, you voted. Isn't that special? You voted, basically, for your own demise eventually. Because if you think that Keith Ellison and Ilhan Omar really like you, you are in for a big surprise. They were just using you for your votes and your money. Because at the end of the day, they're Sharia compliant, and they hate Israel, and they hate Jews. So they will not be kind to you. And history will not be kind to you either. And nor should it be. Because you didn't do your due diligence. And you didn't believe people like myself who would try to tell you the truth about Islam and Sharia. No, you just thought we were conspiracy theorists. Oh, and we belong to groups at the Southern Poverty Law Center, the Marxist hate group, by the way, deemed as a hate group, when we tried to warn you about Sharia. Good job, Minnesota. Great job. You have no idea what you have just done, but I know, and a lot of my friends know. I'm really sorry for you, Minnesota. I really am. I don't know if you can turn this boat around now. It might be too late. We tried, but we were up against an enemy that was well-funded and has been working to burrow into our civilization for a very long time. And that is the Muslim Brotherhood. And you just elected some of their front people. People who are keynote speakers at CARE, which is actually Hamas, a Muslim Brotherhood group. Yeah, deal with it. CARE is Hamas. You want evidence? I can prove it to you. I've been doing research. CARE is Hamas. And they're taking over the narrative here, right? Trying to convince you that Islam is peaceful and that anybody who speaks the truth about Islam, oh, must be an Islamophobe. Oh, I hate her. Oh my God, God forbid. I would tell you the truth about Islam. Oh, and guess what? They have blasphemy laws where somebody like me eventually could go to jail for hate speech because they don't want me to tell you the truth about Islam. By the way, the term Islamophobia is made up by Muslims to silence us. Basically, an Islamophobe is somebody who knows too much or more than they should know about Islam. So they come in with their diversity training and their cultural sensitivity training to train you to turn people like me in for hate crime, for telling you about Islam. And people like Keith Ellison and Ilhan Omar
who are going to implement it like you would never believe. You have no idea what you have voted for. I have a lot of friends out there, thank God, my deplorables, who get it, who understand this. You have kept me sane. You have been my support when I've been learning about this and trying to warn people. You have been there for me because I walked away from the Democrat Party, which is the party that embraces the Jew haters. And you've asked me so many times why Jews still vote Democrat. I get that a lot, almost every day. And when Christians ask a Jew, why do Jews still vote Democrat when it's the party that embraces Jew haters? You know that's the party you should not belong to. And I encourage you to walk away from that. Why would you embrace a party that embraces Linda Sarsour or Louis Farrakhan or any BDS movement or Jewish Voices for Peace or Palestinian causes? That's all Hamas. That's all coming from the left, the Democrat Party. That's why I walked away. That's the party that wants to kill me eventually, right? The enablers, the jihadis, the Marxists. Walk away. But no, I don't know, maybe you're too proud or too against Trump, which is really ridiculous because you've been brainwashed about Trump. Okay, so he's a little unusual, all right, but he's doing the job. He's doing the job, and he's pro-Jewish, and he has a Jewish daughter and son-in-law and daughter, and Jewish grandchildren, and he moved the embassy to Jerusalem. So, excuse me, he likes you. He likes Jews, and he will watch out for us. But no, you've been brainwashed into thinking that he's horrible, and you must do everything to thwart him, even voting for people who want to kill you. Great job. Good job on that. Not paying attention. So yeah, I'm upset. You chose it. I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. I am going to stay. I'm going to educate people about CARE, because we have to get CARE designated as a terrorist group because it's Hamas. I'll stay for a while. I'll help out. After that, I don't know. All of my options are open. This is not my home. I've been here for a while. I'm Jewish. I'm a gypsy. I don't really ever put down roots because I know eventually I'll probably have to go. Like when the state that I'm in elects a Sharia adherent attorney general. Yeah. But, you know, I'm a survivor, and I'm going to survive this. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm just really disappointed in the people, not everybody, because it was a close race, and I honestly think that there was a lot of voter fraud. I really do.